A new survey shows parents across America are struggling to keep up with the rising costs of raising kids. Again, yeah, 6 in 10 parents say they've gone into debt just to cover basic needs.
Food alone.
National Debt Relief and Talker Research surveyed 2,000 parents across America, from groceries to gas to extracurriculars. Many moms and dads say their financial burden is becoming unmanageable, not to mention the cost of sports today. Wow, taking a toll on people's mental health.
Yeah, and joining us now is Jordan Reid, author of Ramshackle Glam, which tackles everything from pregnancy to parenting to anxiety. Jordan, you read first of all, great to have you with us. You read the report. Why are 6 in 10 American parents saying they are going into debt for their children?
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me. It is a combination of economics and culture. So, on the one hand, we have all of the costs for basics, foods going up, housing's going up, gas is going up, and wages are not going up to the same extent or, frankly, at all. And on the other hand, we also have this modern parenting culture that really encourages or demands even that parents spend more on sports, on tutoring, on extracurriculars, all so that they don't feel like they're negatively impacting their children's future potential.
Impact mental health?
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, it feels really bad on a fundamental level to tell your child that they can't have something that they love, but what's happening is that as parents are prioritizing their children's needs over their own security and sense of stability, and that can feel very noble in the moment, but what it's actually doing is creating a destabilization that could affect their personal well-being, their marriage, and even their ability to show up emotionally for their own children in the way that they want to.
So no parent wants to say no to their kids, right? Especially
No.
when it's an expense that, right on the borderline. Could you do it? Yes. Should you do it? How are you neglecting your children's sense of financial literacy when you do say yes to too many things and put yourself in debt?
That is an excellent question. I think that, I grew up with, as many of us did, with boomer parents thinking, you don't talk about money. I didn't know what my parents made. I just knew there was anxiety, but I had no sense of why or how I could negotiate that. And I've taken a very, very different approach with my children, where I believe that being honest and compassionate to them creates a resilience and an empathy that I want to foster in them more than I want them to have the new pair of shoes. I want them. I understand in the moment it might feel embarrassing for them to have the wrong t-shirt or whatever, but it is more important to me that they understand the difference between what is meaningful, which is a comfortable t-shirt that they feel confident in, and what is pure capitalism, which is the label on the back.
Boy, that is really, it's such a difficult situation we all face. And I think financial literacy is a part of these issues. So what's your advice for parents facing this dilemma to go into debt to support their kids?
I mean, I do think it's all about these age appropriate conversations where you're not invalidating their emotions, because it can feel easy to be like, oh, come on, you don't need that. But they feel like they do. I mean, look at what we're dealing with at both kids and parents. It used to be that we knew what people had in our immediate circle, and now we know what everybody has. It's not everybody, and it's all courtesy of an algorithm that by its very nature prioritizes conspicuous consumption over things like, family and love.
What's wrong with saying that's not in the budget? That is not in the budget, and it teaches them that you should have a budget no matter how much money you have or don't have.
Okay, Jordan Reid, asking for a friend. If your son breaks his golf driver, that is several $100s, because of his temper, and you really can't afford to go get a new one, what to do? Asking for a friend.
I had a similar situation with our PC, with our gaming PC. I believe that there is a waiting period during which you have to really make sure that they feel how much they don't just want it but need it, and then they have to contribute. And that doesn't have to be in a financial way, but if they want to set a long-term goal, this is an opportunity to have that conversation about how we can do hard things, but also Sometimes we can't. And
Right.
parents have to remember that if
Sometimes
you're
we
feeling
can't.
like a failure, you're not. It is the
Right.
system that is broken.
Yeah. And what about a yard sale? Could we get a driver at a yard sale?
Hey, I like this idea as
That
well.
will sting a little.
I am reading Ramshackle Glam, but I'm going to make my son read Ramshackle Glam before he gets that driver.
Yes. I
So
agree.
this is great.
I have a
advice
whole
from Jordan
section on
Reid.
yard sales.
Jordan Reid, thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Jordan.
Terrific advice.
Yeah.
That is a dilemma we face every day.
Right. Oh,
in
I
my
believe
house.
you. I believe you.